Hey there, it's Tim Pillsbury, Veteran Mortgage Advisor. So you probably know by now that I'm a big fan of VA loans, but let me tell you why I think they're so great. I'm going to give you my top 6 reasons and let me know what you think. Number 1 benefit, VA loans do not require a down payment. Now there's actually quite a few veterans who choose to do a down payment, however VA doesn't require it. So for those that choose to do 100% financing, it gives them extra money in the bank that they can use for things that are needed when they move into a new house. Number 2, VA loans do not require mortgage insurance. The only other type of loan that you can get that doesn't require mortgage insurance is a conventional loan if you put down 20%. Less than 20% down requires that you pay a monthly insurance premium that covers the bank in the event that you default on a loan. FHA has a similar mortgage insurance premium, and it doesn't matter if you put down 20%, you have to have it. And USDA Rural Development has something that's similar to monthly mortgage insurance. They actually call it a guarantee fee, but it acts the same way. Since VA doesn't have mortgage insurance that allows that buyer to save money on their monthly payment or qualify for a more expensive house. Number 3, VA loans do not have a loan limit. There's a conforming limit for conventional loans, and if you exceed that loan limit, now you're into what's called a jumbo category. FHA loans have limits as well. Now technically USDA Rural Development does not have loan limits. However, they have household income limits. And those income limits are going to kind of put a cap on how much of a house someone can qualify for. For someone who's eligible for a VA loan and has full entitlement, VA doesn't have any loan limits. It'll just be based on what they can qualify for, but no hard caps from VA like you'd find with conventional or FHA. The number 4 thing I like about VA loans is you can use them multiple times. I've heard countless stories of veterans who say, I don't want to use my VA loan yet because I want to save it for my forever home. You don't have to wait, you don't have to save it. You can reuse that same VA benefit over and over again. Just sell the house, pay off the loan, and you have full entitlement to go and buy your next home. But guess what? There's even instances where you don't have to sell the home. You can actually have more than one VA loan at a time. It all depends on how much entitlement you have remaining with your VA benefit. There may be enough entitlement that that veteran can buy another home and still not need a down payment. But even if they don't have enough entitlement to cover the new purchase, there's a calculation done to show how much down payment that veteran would need to have in order to buy the new property, but still use a VA loan. And I found a lot of times the down payment that would be required in this situation still ends up being a lot less than what would be required with a conventional loan. And still there would be no mortgage insurance. Benefit number 5 is, believe it or not, the appraisal process. If you look at data and statistics, VA appraisals come in faster than conventional or FHA appraisals. They meet or exceed value at or above the rate of conventional appraisals. And if you happen to get an appraisal that's under value, VA gives you multiple ways to challenge that appraisal. There's something called Tidewater, and then there's a reconsideration of value. If you know how those processes work and can submit a strong case for why you think the value is there, there's a really good chance that VA will agree with you and increase your value. None of the other loan programs have anything like that, so this is a huge, huge benefit for VA loans. Check this out from John Bell. He's the Executive Director of the VA Loan Guarantee Service.
An appraisal is not a home inspection. VA staff monitor appraisal timeliness to ensure that veterans are receiving appraisals as fast or faster than other appraisals on other loan types. In fiscal year 2022 to date, appraisal timeliness nationwide averaged 9 business days, an improvement of over 11.8 days in fiscal year 2021. According to data from appraisal management companies, VA appraisal timeliness routinely outperforms conventional appraisal timeliness. The industry does not have a standard of how timeliness of the appraisal process is measured. Sometimes there are misperceptions in the industry that VA appraisals come in below the sales price. In FY22 to date, over 91% of VA appraisal values met or exceeded the contract sales price. In cases where the value is below the sales price, the veteran may request a reconsideration of value by VA staff. Since February of 2022, 62% of these requests have resulted in an average of an increase of $24,000 on the valuation.
And a side note, some people are concerned that VA requires properties to be perfect in order to get approved. That's not true. VA requires that properties be safe, sound, and sanitary. If an appraiser calls something out and you think that it's not an issue of safety, soundness, or being sanitary, there are ways to request waivers so those requirements can be removed from an appraisal. That's also something that you're not allowed to do with other loan programs. And last but not least, my number 6 benefit for VA loans, they are super easy to refinance. Most other loan programs, if you want to refinance, you will go through a refinance process, which includes getting your income documentation, getting an appraisal done, those types of things to get reapproved, and then you refinance and close, have a cheaper rate, and save money. VA has a streamlined process called an IRRRL loan, stands for Interest Rate Reduction Refinance Loan. If the existing mortgage is a VA loan and you're refinancing to another VA loan and not taking any money out, VA will not require any income documentation. They will not require an appraisal. We have you sign a new application, we get updated legal and title work, and we have updated insurance in the file, and then you go to closing. It's a very fast, very cheap refinance option, and in my opinion, it's better than any other refinance options, even other streamlined options through other programs. So there you go. That's my top 6 favorite things about VA loans. I think it's a superior loan program to anything else that's out there. Now, there's a lot more than 6 great things about VA loans, but that's my top 6. Let me know what you think, or if you think something else should be in there that I missed, let me know that too. If you know a veteran or active duty service member that might be looking for a house, please share this with them. Unfortunately, a lot of people who are eligible for VA loans don't get VA loans because they don't know they're eligible, or their loan officer doesn't know the right questions to ask them to see if they are eligible. It's a benefit they earn with their service. We want to make sure they get to take advantage of what benefits they have available to them. Thanks for watching, and as always, let me know if you have questions.